Hello everybody and welcome to the Woodlands Chef channel. This channel is made for electronics reviews for outdoor products, and also we do a little cooking here as well. So thanks for tuning in. So first thing I've got here today for my very first review on a product is a DEPSTECH, see there it is, endoscope camera. So right now my boat motor needs to be looked at from the inside, so I purchased this camera here. This camera will Bluetooth to my cell phone. It actually attaches to it, I believe, and we'll find out here in a moment with a unboxing of this product. And we will be able to look down into my boat motor, and I will post all that video on here as well, just so you can see the quality of the camera. I do believe it's 1080p, which is awesome. It's got a little LED light that's adjustable, so we'll play with this here in a moment and let you see how it works and start the unboxing now. So this product has a pretty nice little box. It's pretty hard, so it traveled pretty well, I would assume, just with the sturdiness of the case it comes in. Slide this open just like so. Sorry, I have one hand this here. Ooh, look at that. So what's this say here? Discover more. Waterproof standard, meets the waterproof standard for the IP67, adjust with LED and high vision. So you lift that open there and then fold this back open to this side, and you got all these goodies inside here. Again, I apologize, I'm using one hand for this. So right here looks like the cable and the actual product. I was wrong, it doesn't look like my phone. Oh, maybe it does. What is this? So this is where your phone clamps into this product. I don't know that my phone's going to fit there for that. It's pretty small, but at least they tried. It's there. So then on the end here you have a little camera. You can see the LEDs down in there. Try to focus in on that a little bit. There we go. So that's awesome. And there's our little grabbing tool. See, I don't know what these are. Oh, these are the other little tools that come with it. We'll get those out here in a second. Next here we do have the grabbing tool. You just squeeze that, the little claw comes out with a little tip here. And also charging. Yay, that's gonna be fun. At least it's not battery powered. I can leave it, put it up to charge, and then have it out and ready when I need it. Also in the box here, we have a little business card. Sincerely, thank you. Well, that's awesome. So easy to connect with them through Facebook. Their website, troubleshooting issues. Oh, I love that. I don't know why, it just seems to be when you buy little random products like this, sometimes you end up having a few little issues, and they give you this card to kind of go in, look to see if you can find anything that you may be doing wrong, or if something in the system is not acting correctly, and you can correct it. Or again, you can contact them through their website or on Facebook. I don't see a phone number. I always like to have a phone number to call. I'm sure there's one somewhere on this other paperwork here that we have. Oh, not happy card, or happy. I don't know what's up with this. Let's open this up and look at it. Okay, cool. So I have to read this here in a moment. There's just different ways to contact them, it looks like. Very cool. Very cool. So it seems like the company cares a little bit, and that does mean a lot. And then, of course, looks like a user manual here. Yeah, there it is, user manual. So I'll get a charge on this real quick and see what we can't make happen. All right, so I've got a little practice with it now. Sorry about the screens all over, or the fingerprints all over my phone screen. So as you can see, the little light here is on now. And I did find out that these little flippers that I flipped up a moment ago, one of them does slide out, and it actually fits an iPhone 8 Plus with a case on. So it fits pretty well here. So what I'm going to do now, open my phone. And so first thing that we got to do is go into settings on your phone after you've downloaded the app, and you see that I'm connected to the Jetson app here, or the Wi-Fi for the Jetson. And then we actually, I moved it down here, scroll open to the app, and after you've connected and everything, it's on. So here we go. I'm moving around. Pretty good real-time image here. You can see me with my wife's phone actually. And now you can see the little tools that it comes with. So on the screen there. So yeah, pretty good camera. I like it. The specs of this camera I found here are, let's see, it has a CMOS image sensor. The camera resolution is 1600 by 1200, 1280 by 720. And you can actually go in and change these in the settings in the app, and I'll show you that here in a second. 48-degree horizontal view, 30 centimeters to 40 centimeters, fixed focus, not zoom. 8.5 millimeter diameter camera. Let's see, 450 milliamp battery. Wi-Fi distance is 10 meters. That's pretty good. Not that you really need that, but. And then it says waterproofing gauge. So the box here, the power box as they call it, is not actually waterproof. However, the cable and the camera both are. So I thought that was pretty neat, pretty interesting. So if I go here, if we click on the app, get my phone positioned here, click on the app, you see that you have take a photo, take video, 90-degree angle, that's to flip it on the screen, save the file, and then you go to settings here as well. And this gives you all these options here. You can go in, you can change the resolution. Trying to look through my phone screen. So yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. 1280 by 720. Let's see. We'll see in a second if that changed anything. Language, Wi-Fi, password. You can reset to a different password if you don't want to use the factory settings. There's not really any reason to do that in my opinion. However, you may like that, whether you're using this at work or whatever. So yeah, so let's go set resolution. Okay, I don't know what I just did. Set success. I guess that is just kind of a clear up the image. So yeah, let's go back here now. This is that higher resolution set on here. Let me find something to look at on this. So if I go down and look at the tools, I mean that's pretty great. I mean I can pretty much see everything there. You see the hook on the far right, the little reset tool for the power box that they give you, a magnet that'll slide over the end of this. And then I'm not sure what that little guy is. Let's look at that. So if I grab this here, we look real close. Oh, it's a mirror so that you can look around corners and things like that. Little magnet on the end of this. That slides over the end of the camera, I'm sure. Oh, it looks like it actually screws on. So that cap there unscrews. Let's turn all this off. So right here you see there's a little power button to the light, the LED blinking. You can't see, there it is. Okay, and then you see the gauge for the amount of light that you get. Just to kind of show you how bright those LEDs are. They're quite bright. I mean, and I do feel this thing heating up somewhat, which that may be negative. Hopefully it doesn't cause a problem later. So if we go back around here and we shut this off, you just simply hold it down or press it. Let's see. Okay, looks like it's went dead. Yeah, my screen is frozen. So let's see. Let's get that piece back out. Magnet. You see a little, I know you can probably see in the resolution here of the screen, little grooves. So let's do that. I was wondering about that. How was I supposed to know that that wasn't going to come off when it was down in my motor, just to say if I did need that. Hopefully I don't need that. Hopefully there's no metal pieces down in my boat motor. However, it's still a cool thing to kind of check out and see. So yeah, that just screws on just like so. Awesome. So we can turn it back on now. And the red light is lit up, as you see right here. And this app did not automatically readjust to that. So let's go back into my settings on Wi-Fi, reconnect, You see Jetson reconnected. All right, let's find the app here. Open the app, get out of settings, and it's back on. And so now let's see, what exactly are we looking at? So it looks like we're seeing, let me readjust this real quick. I'm gonna set down my phone that I'm videoing this with. See how quickly and easily. Yeah, so that just screws right on. It's actually fairly easy once you get it started. And now we can see just the inside of the magnet. You see the room moving around. You see the light up in the top of the room I'm in. And then there's my finger. So you can pretty much see if I was to go grab something. Let's just try this real quick. So I'm going to come in here. Try to reach around in this box and just see if I can't pick something up while looking at the phone screen. There you go. And I've got it. A little piece there, it picked it up. I was able to see it, plenty well. It does block off light from a distance, just trying to see this piece. Okay, there it is. You can kind of see that there. I was wondering about that. So it's pretty neat. What I also really like is that it came, all the little tools come in this little tube. I showed you that earlier, and all the little cap just pops off. Very simple, easy product to use. And next, I think it's time to put it in the motor and see what we can see. So keep watching. All right, so this is down in the motor now. You can just kind of see the edges of the piston here. I was having a little bit of trouble adjusting it. So I kind of wished I would have had that mirror with me at the time. But as I pull it back out, you can see there is actually what looks to be a rat's nest in the cylinder. You can see the hair and some other nasty mess. I've got my work cut out for me, most definitely, with this little cylinder here. Went to sell the boat actually a little over a year ago, and it's been sitting ever since. But I had actually run it 2 weeks before I went to sell it. Had some guys drive down all the way from Cleveland, Ohio to purchase the boat. And I live in Alabama, northern part of the state. And we got out on Smith Lake and put it in the water. We're going to run it real quick. And I backed the boat down the water. I let him get in the boat and crank it up, and nothing happened. You can imagine we were all kind of in awe of what went down with that. So anyways, this is me kind of repositioning the camera. I pulled it back out just to kind of see. That was my other kind of, not a complaint, but just something I need to get used to. I need to take a little marker and mark the upper side of the camera, of the little camera there, just so that I know what part of the camera is the upper side of that camera. That way when I put it in somewhere like this, I kind of have a sense of direction of what I'm looking at. You know, at this point, I believe whenever I was recording this with the endoscope, that I don't know that I was looking at the top or the bottom of the cylinder. I may have figured it out by this point, but I do need to make a little mark on the top of it so that I know what is the top side and what is the bottom. All right, so we've seen the disgusting mess that was the number 6 piston on my Mercury 150. So my only complaint, the image was great. I'm very pleased with the image, especially since you can adjust it and change the lighting and all of that. I was very pleased with that. The light was plenty bright for the things that were directly in front of the camera lens here. My only issue is I didn't have this with me while I was down there. I needed that mirror in there to kind of get around that corner. So it would be, I know that would be, I'm sure they make them. I'm sure they're much more expensive than this one was. This one cost me somewhere around $40, maybe a little less, 35 or so. However, I wish this had some sort of swivel on the end, maybe the head turn, anyways, I understand that that's what the mirror in here is for. I was just in a hurry, been at my mother's house all day helping them, and it's getting dark outside, as you can see here. So yeah, it was very great. I'm very pleased with it. I know I'll have many more uses with it. So I wish I brought this guy with me too. Reach in there, maybe grab some of that stuff out. So I'm gonna have to flush it with just some air and see if I can't get as much as I can out. But anyways, again, y'all, this is the, that word, DEPSTECH Endoscope. Very, very pleased, very glad I bought it. I know that I'm gonna have many more uses with this product over the coming years. Hopefully it lasts that long. The charging time, so it came charged somewhat. Roughly 15 minutes of messing with it and it went dead. And then literally I charged it for roughly maybe an hour, and it's lasted, much. I mean, you've seen me use it, wasn't that long. However, I had played with it a lot more before I went down there. So very, very pleased with this product. All right, y'all. Well, I appreciate you watching. If you're still watching at this point, maybe my video wasn't too boring with this being my very first product review. Anyways, Woodland Chef out.